Nah, mate. Oh, knock knock. Something real, something raw, not accidental, no, I'm sure. You're not needed, show you the door, but what's that, yeah, are you sure? Yeah, that's a rental, yeah, what a bore. Lying, nothing in your core. Buying, yeah, what for? But do what I need to, always sure. Something real, something raw, not accidental, no, I'm sure. You're not needed, show you the door. What's that, yeah, are you sure? Yeah, that's a rental, yeah, what a bore. Lying, nothing in the core.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the GOW, the Monday Night Black Party, baby. As always, your shooting franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes King 2 Code. Bro, what's good?
Man, we on the road to Money in the Bank, man, as we got the Monday Night Go Home show for the pay-per-view this Saturday, along with Worlds Collide. Man, so far, man, the shenanigans are shenanigans. Thought CM Punk was gonna get the final spot. AJ Styles was a good, viable second. El Grande Americano, he was just a whatever. But who ended up getting the victory? El Grand Americano ended up picking up the victory. He picked up the final slot in the men's Money in the Bank. I ain't gonna lie, the women's Money in the Bank wasn't too bad. The only thing was missing was Booker T at the commentary. Other than that, right. Other than that, Daniel, what it do? Other than that, man, it was an okay show. Nothing too crazy.
Well, let's dive right into it, man. You already said it, man. So, the women they had they money in the they had their match earlier. Dude, hey, Stephanie Vaquer. She came out. She really felt like a big deal. Now, this isn't her first time on the main roster. We've already seen her on the main roster, but this is her first time as an official main roster talent. Triple H gave her that Penta treatment. You know what I'm saying? That Ray Phoenix treatment. Come on up to the main roster where you get some pyro. As long as I like you. She came out and did her 1-2. I will say this. It was hilarious because I seen it at the last PLE the NXT did. But not to hear Booker T doing the and just to hear the crowd all going in, I'm like, all right, man, hey, somebody got to do it because Pat tried his best. Pat can do a lot of things.
But Pat tried. But he was all off. I'm like, it was bad. It was bad, Pat. Leave it alone. That was as bad as what's her name? Shimon.
That's Wayberry.
Wayberry Shimon, boy. That was just as bad, man. But it's all good, man. She had a good showing on the main roster, and we're gonna see what they do, man, because headways are making waves, man, because more people are leaving, as we got another person who apparently left because of another person leaving. But I think it was just his time, just as long with everybody else. There really wasn't much for him other than to put other talent over. So of course, talking about the Miz, but we'll talk a little bit about that later.
Yeah, and so you got that. Then of course, Valhalla. She announced that she would no longer be working for WWE once her contract is up as well. And again, this goes along what we said before, bro. We said when they made the big roster cuts not long ago, this has been a common theme. First of all, who's going to get replaced on the main roster, whether that be, get fired or get pushed to the back burner. And then, hey, I guess nobody really ever thought, about the veteran talent, like I said, like R-Truth was never that guy. I'm like, all right, cool. he gonna be one of the ones to go just because like he was one of them people, bro, where you feel like he didn't affect shit, not in a negative way. So,
Still, a move is a move.
but
It
but you
ain't-
know, but you know what? This goes into WWE for the longest time. What they've been trying to do: younger, quicker, stronger. And I said this a million times. The NIL deal was proof positive of that. And now you acquiring all these other companies, and you align yourself with these other companies and promotions. You're taking the hottest young talents you got. Reportedly Ortiz. Formerly from LAX, supposedly he's supposed to be trying to work out and get ready possibly to debut in NXT again. That's a legend, that's a rumor. Ace Austin, who was part of the ABC clique with Chris Bay and TNA. He's rumored to start in NXT soon as his time in TNA is officially up. It's been up for a little while now, so I mean, hey. It is what it is. But I will say this. Dude, because we try not to play the race game, man. You try not to look at everything as, oh man, they not pushing XYZ because he or she is this, that, and the third.
Right.
And I don't know, man. I don't know because people was getting on Vince. And now it seems like, at least on the internet wrestling community side of things, man, the tide is kind of turning against Triple H. It seems like the honeymoon phase is over. But I want to ask you this, because nobody really knows per se, unless you're in the inner circle, how much of this, man, do you think is Triple H calling the shots and making these certain roster moves, and how much of it is you think TKO and the top brass are making these moves, and Triple H, of course, he's the face of it. He's the one that's gonna get all the arrows.
You can't forget Nick Khan.
And they kind, yeah,
You can't forget Nick Khan. I'm not surprised because this is something they've been doing for a while. They've
yeah,
been doing this for a while. This isn't new. They've been letting people go left and right, you know, for the last few years.
yeah.
Regardless if we agreed or disagreed. Um, but it always happens. We just question with everybody coming in, who's going out and who you're gonna make room for, and who's gonna actually be a part of the competition and who's just gonna be there.
Yeah,
Again, uh, I've been throwing out certain names that's been there, but it's like, all right, well, what do you think we're gonna see from them moving forward? Because right now you got John Cena tied up with the WWE Championship, so everybody about to push for the United States Championship, or is
right.
everybody about to be pushed for a tag team championship? Like I don't know, man. You Raw's kind of where they at. They kind of got everything a little freed up, but again, we got to give it time to see what it's really going to turn out to be. Uh, but hey, you gotta make room for all these new folks you got. You got to make room. You didn't called up about three. You didn't, at least within the last month. You've called up at least about a good 8 people.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
called up about a good 8 people. So if
yeah.
you called up 8 people, you definitely got about you didn't already figured out you didn't got 8 spots of folks that you ready to part ways with. So
Absolutely,
hey,
absolutely.
am I shocked? No, not at all. Not at all.
He said not at all, dude. Hey, I want to talk to you, bro. As
What's
that's
up?
the whole reason for this
What's
thing.
up, Robert? What's going on, man?
What's happening, everybody? Dude, what do I want to say? Has Triple H shown his hand with his booking style now? And this is what I mean by this, because when Triple H first took over for about that first year and a half or so, it was
Mm.
new, it was refreshing, it was invigorating, right? And then of course TK and AEW, they had their backstage drama. They had, big, departure after big departure, started with Cody, and then you had Jade, and then you got Ethan Page. It was like, bro, this Stephanie, who's probably just as big or almost even bigger than Jade, if you're looking at it from a mainstream standpoint.
Because Stephanie wasn't AEW.
Yeah, well, exactly, which was even more fucked up. But now TK and AEW, they starting to seem like they're getting their footing back, right? Restoring that feeling. We keep saying that. And now it seems like people are starting to become more and more displeased with the booking style of Triple H. And the thing that we came to love, the short match cards, now people started to complain about that because now they're feeling like, okay, if you'll give us short match cards, at least give us fucking good stories. Or the
And
story's
that's the
good,
problem.
but the execution in the matches are terrible.
That's
So
the problem.
do you think Triple H, man, do you think people are kind of starting to see through? Is the veil starting to thin with WWE, more specifically Triple H and his creative? And not to mention now that SmackDown's 3 hours, now you got people really like, fuck, I'd rather watch AEW than this shit.
The problem is the creativity and the entertainment value of the matches and the rivalries that he's creating.
Yeah.
They're not that eventful. And that's the
Mhm.
problem. It's not that you don't want to see the people wrestle. And I think that's what saves the match sometimes. But you have I think man. I think that a lot of times people just cheer just to cheer.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that they're just piping in noise or nothing like that. I'm not going to say all that. I think people just cheer just to cheer because of WWE. You're just accustomed to it. And when you look at when we talked about Saturday Night Main Event, we talked about, man, how it didn't feel like it was a Saturday Night Main Event.
Right.
It didn't have that Saturday Night Main Event feel to it. And you know what that feel is, man. It's Saturday night. It's a WWE event. It's Saturday night. You know every match on there is an important match, and it feels big time. It's big time. It's Saturday Night Main Event. It's on primetime TV. You don't get it that often. So when you do get it, it's prime time, and we didn't feel that. We didn't feel that at all. And then we got the what pay per view? What pay per view we just had? What was NXT? NXT was okay, but
Battleground, yeah.
WrestleMania Battleground, and then WrestleMania. WrestleMania didn't feel like WrestleMania. Like, yeah, you had some matches, but WrestleMania didn't feel like WrestleMania because it didn't feel important. It didn't have that pizzazz that we're accustomed to. I mean, you had the people for the matches. I think it was just if you had something as far as the way you presented it to people
Yeah.
would have been better. And that's even that's kind of hard to say that he's terrible at it because I don't think he's terrible at it. And I don't have too much of an issue with his style because I didn't have a problem with this style in NXT.
Yeah.
But what was the difference about the people at NXT? They were entertaining. That was the problem. The problem is the guys and the women that were doing their thing at NXT, they were really, the creative was a little more free, but the people were themselves. We're here on the main roster. I feel like the people are themselves. I do feel like they're being themselves, but the creative still ain't there.
Right. No, I got you, bro. Man, the comments is flowing in on
Crypto in the building. What it do,
the
crypto?
YouTube. Hell yeah, what's up, boy? What's up? He says WWE's been on cruise control most of the time over the last 3 years. They turn it up when necessary, just like the NFL. WWE under TKO is a worldwide attraction, a giant pricing out the average fan. That's something you and I have been talking about, these crazy ass ticket prices.
It doesn't matter because they'll make all the money off Netflix, PLEs, VIP packages, and meet and greets. That was the rest of what he was saying.
Well, yeah, but that's what we said. Cause we said this. They always go around bragging about record gate, and it's like, yeah, bro, you made the most money ever. But even they say like this year with WrestleMania. Now, of course, a lot of things could factor into the attendance, but they say the attendance was nowhere near what it was last year in totality. But they made the most money ever. So it's like, at what point? Again, man. Hey, I'm not a financial wizard, but I would think in my mind, right? I would rather have, let's say, if I could sell, let's say 82,000, maybe. I say if I could at least sell 75,000 of that 82,000 seats, and everybody can somewhat afford it. Because when they come here, they're not just gonna buy the ticket, they're gonna buy food, they're gonna buy merch, they're gonna buy all that shit. As opposed to you got 80,000 seats, but you're only selling 50, but you
You better,
fucking but you done sold your ticket for about 5 times more. It's like, goddamn, bro. It's like, at what point is enough not a fucking enough?
man. Look here, bro. When your ticket is $300 a piece,
Yeah.
and then you got to go buy the belts and the shirts, which is 100 a piece, 200 a piece, 300 a piece, then food, then gas, then what?
Yeah.
Man, hell no, man. That's a whole trip. That's a trip.
And
That's a
bro,
trip.
let's not even and don't even forget about the facility fees. Not only gonna charge
Oh
me
man,
$300 for the ticket, but then I got this dumbass facility fee. Then I got a parking
each
fee.
ticket, and that's like 50 to 60 bucks
Yeah,
each ticket on top of that. So you paying hell yeah, man. Look, hey, like I said, they taking them people's money, man. Uh, Big Boy says, man, he's worried about I think it was Big Boy who said he was worried about Naomi being on there because the way creative and everything is doing. And look, man, I feel it, especially with her friendship with Bailey and Mercedes. But I think right now with her being back, she's
yeah,
part of that renaissance of them rectifying certain people, And right now she's doing okay. We just gotta see how well this caution takes. But other than that,
yeah,
we gonna see what it do. Uh I think Booker T's Triple H booking. I think Triple H's booking in NXT wasn't going to work on the main roster, so he inherited Vince's booking style, and at least some of it. I do think he's booked some of it,
yeah,
because again, as much as we might have hated Vince's outlook on certain wrestlers, he knew how to be somewhat entertaining, even if that was somewhat diminishing a little bit. But he knew
yeah,
when to put the pizzazz on when he needed to put the pizzazz on something. So Triple H got to figure that out. My thing here is, man, with the attention span of people's short attention span of people, unless you stand out, unless you get to a level of where Roman Reigns and Cody and CM Punk and Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. Once you get
yeah,
to that undeniable point where you're the new crop of the best of this generation, because that's not where you also leading to. You
right.
gotta transition from the ones you already knew are great to the new ones that's coming up.
Hmm.
And I think that's also what's also happening too, because we got to figure out who's going to actually be great and who's just coming in. But we got so many people
Yeah,
and there's so much to keep up with that if you don't do something that really makes people want to pay attention to you more,
yeah.
I don't I think we're gonna go through a lot of people.
Let me ask you this, because I've been seeing this a whole lot lately. In that
You're
first,
right, big boy. A lot of people didn't rock with the black and gold style, but a lot of people just. But at the same time,
my
NXT
boy
was
just cut me off.
my fault, my bad. But I seen what Big Boy was saying. But a lot of times, uh, NXT was the joke because they were doing game show style shit, and a lot of people just didn't want to watch it. So when Triple H took it over, nobody was watching the network. It had to go to no one was watching WWE network. It had to go to network TV in order for people to watch it, but still took time for people to watch it. My bad, bro. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. No, like I was saying though, um, oh, it started off as a bunch of internet chatter, and like I know when I brought it up a couple months ago, he was like, "Man, I don't really see it." When people was talking shit about Jey Uso, right? Oh man,
Mm.
Jay, Jay, he overhyped. All he got is the yeet. All he got is the character. All he got is the gimmick. Blah 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 blah. Now, I'm like, bro, I don't know, because now I'm starting to see it. It's been a few months now. It's been a few months. And it's like
He
I feel like WWE, they keep bailing my boy out. Like, as the world, because if we look on Tiffany about not being able to cut a promo and getting cooked by Charlotte, we got to keep that same energy for Jay. If you notice, Jay really one or two things. If he comes out to cut a promo, he sounds like he about to cry every single time. And half the time he can't make it through a promo because it seems like he's trying to memorize everything. And it's like the minute
only
he
out of
forget
breath.
or he out of breath. It's like the minute he forget a line, bro, the whole promo cooked. So if you notice, bro, he'll come out and it would normally be a 10-minute promo segment. It's just a whole bunch of yeet. Oh, about to cut a promo. Roll it back, yeet, and then he gone. It's like, dude, do you think people have uh a fair assessment of Jey Uso? And I hate to be that guy, but do you feel like now looking at it? I mean, I know we talking about merch and all that, and he doing good with the kids and all that. Do you feel like, as a wrestling fan, strictly wrestling, Jey Uso is World Heavyweight Championship material?
No,
Mm,
the character, sure.
yeah,
The character of Jey Uso, yeah, because he's, you know, he's got the best catchphrase.
yeah,
People can do it, and he's the hot. Right? He's hot. He's hot. You can't deny that he's hot. But as a wrestler, is he the? No, no, not at all. And it's not that he wasn't on the rise to getting there.
yeah.
Um, but I think because his character was just so hot now, their story tell to WrestleMania, that was a little hit or miss. And yeah, he did beat Gunther, and that was, and then the way that kind of ended was kind of, a little bit sloppy, but it
Right,
is what it is. He's making the best out of it. Um, and I think honestly, it's not so much him needing to hold it for a long time. I think it's just knowing that he got it. He you have to put world champion next to his name, and now he could just be a player. He's respectable in the game because
right.
he's won the world championship. So when somebody goes up against Jey Uso, you know he's gonna people gonna believe it because it's Jey Uso. So, but is Jey Uso a good worker? Yeah, I think he's a good
Oh,
worker.
absolutely.
I think he's a great. I think he's great in working inside the ring. But his move set, what he does, I mean, he's Roman Reigns 2.0.
Ooh.
Only thing he does different than Roman is come off the top rope and super kick. That's it. The super kick and the top rope is really the two only, and that's really the only two things he's different that he really does more in suicide dives. But that's it. That type of stuff is the only thing different than he does to Roman. Other than that, that's about it, man. What is his move? The spear.
Does he have the in-ring psychology as a Roman though?
No, no. And even for Roman to have that, you saw who needed to be with him for him to have that. So
Yeah.
nah.
Man, bro. Okay. I just want to get your thoughts on that. We're gonna get back to the comments. I just want to get your, like I say, bro, the internet, man, they've been crucifying my boy Jay. And then tonight when he came out, I'm like, all right, man, damn, they might be on to something. Like all I'm getting is yeet.
Because I mean, he's not a great promo, but again, man, he's a hype man. He's a hype man,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's what it is, man. You get hype for him, so that's why it's like he comes out, you get hype, and then he go. Like that's honestly that's his strong suit. So that's the reason why it works like that for him. But that's the thing that you're noticing, and that's why I say he don't need to have the title for a long time, just a good time, and he's had it for a good time. He just don't need to lose it to Logan Paul. But if he loses to Gunther again, I'm okay with that. If he loses to Seth Rollins, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm that's fine. Whatever but he got it. You move. You got too many moving parts. You ain't got time for long time title reigns. Only reason John about to get what he get because it's his last run, so he about to do what he do for his last run. But outside of that, yeah.
Hey,
You got
this is the
to
one time I wish Vince was in creative, bro. Just flash it like this already, bro. Just have John come out next week and be a face.
nah,
Let's
nah,
just forget the
nah,
whole thing, bro.
nah, nah. He already committed to it now.
Oh shit.
You already committed to it, bro.
But nah, bro. But okay, so we got that, dude. I mean, to me, and I want to get your thoughts. To me, Raw is very uneventful. I mean, we had a couple things
It was
happen and
okay.
stuff like
It
that.
was okay.
But hey, main event. I told you I didn't watch the main event. You had made me aware that Grande Americano won. Uh, okay. Question about Grande Americano, dude. I mean, we already know it's Chad Gable, whatever. Do you think they seriously gonna push my boy? Because apparently he's like a top merch seller right now. Masks already sold out. Like people apparently is really fucking with the gimmick. Like as silly as
It's
this shit
Chad
is.
Gable, man. This is the thing but this is what I was saying about him. If you had put the rocket on him to beat Gunther at WrestleMania, Like
Yeah.
it's Chad Gable, man. He's already over with the people, man. Once he moved on from the Shorty G gimmick, and he kind of became the Chad Gable again with the Alpha Academy, and he started doing the thank you and all of that stuff. It was like okay, and he was putting on good matches, even though he was losing a lot, but he was putting on good matches. Again, when people recognize a good talent in the ring, and he's funny on the mic, it's
Yeah.
like, dude, it works, and it's been working for him. So I'm not surprised because, yeah, we knew he went on this journey to become the greatest luchador ever, and then he comes back and he's Grand America, he's El Grande Americano,
Yeah.
and we know it's you, and they're playing, and he's playing it off like, no, it ain't me, and he's going through it's just it's the good goofy, it's that Kurt Angle aspect
Yeah.
of Chad Gable, that I said about him. It's like as serious as Kurt Angle was, what was one of the things that Kurt Angle had that really really put him over? It's the fact, man, that he knew how to be goofy. He knew how
Yeah.
to be goofy and still be taken serious. Like you knew you couldn't just not doubt Kurt Angle wasn't gonna whoop your ass in the ring, but you just watch this dude sing with a ukulele with a damn small hat on his
Small
head.
ass.
Like you just like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
and that's the type of person you're watching as far as Chad Gable. You're watching a guy that's good in the ring, but he's good entertaining. The dude knows how to make fun of himself. And dude, he's I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. But do I see him stealing the Intercontinental Championship sometime soon? Hell yeah, I do. Hell yeah, I do. And he better get it. He better get it. Now, will he win Money in the Bank? I don't know. We're gonna say that for the predictions. We're gonna say that for the predictions, but I can see him getting some Intercontinental gold around his waist. Either it don't matter, El Grande or whatever. He gonna get some gold around his waist.
Nah, for sure, for sure. And dude, look, speaking of gold, dude, so we got EO Sky, we got Liv Morgan. They had a little tease. We also had Rhea Ripley and Stephanie Valkyrie. They had a little tease. Dude, okay. And want to move on from one person to the next one world champion to another. EO Sky. How do you feel about her reign? Yeah,
It was they did it a little bit better, but she can lose. But I don't know who she's losing to. That's the thing. So I'm actually glad it's Money in the Bank because
yeah,
now you kind of just you kind of just give me somebody. Give me somebody. Make me believe this person is the next person. And that's what I'm hoping for. Really out of this Money in the Bank, I'm hoping that they'll make me believe. Like when you look at the field of who's in it, it's a nice
yeah,
field.
yeah,
I don't want I don't want to give away too much. All I want to say is I I want to believe the person that wins it will be the world. They'll be the next world heavyweight champion.
okay, okay, okay. Hey, Big Boy agreed with you, man. He said Kurt wasn't sweet.
Hell no, Kurt wasn't sweet at all, man. Kurt will fuck you up, but Kurt was a fool. Kurt was a fool in the back,
Yeah.
man. Kurt was a fool on the mic. Kurt would do some silly shit. Kurt knew how to be serious when he needed to be serious, but Kurt was a fool. And I don't know how many times I laughed at Kurt Angle.
Can
But
you
that's
imagine?
Chad Gable. But that's exactly what Chad Gable is.
Can you imagine prime Kurt, goofy ass Kurt, and R-Truth backstage segments if they ever had a chance to do that shit, bro,
I
together?
mean, man, shit, they did from time to time, but hell yeah, man. Man, of course, man.
Like you
Dude,
remember the Kurt and Brock? Like when Brock was when you start to see the more human side of Brock?
dude, man, that's man. Look, again, that's what I'm saying. Like you could
Yeah,
just but that's that element that makes the entertainment of WWE.
yeah,
That's the thing, man. That's what separates you from everybody else. When you have that ability to be able to, you can make fun of yourself, but you can be taken, but you're taken seriously.
yeah,
Like people ain't just looking at you like R-Truth. Like, yeah, they like our people like R-Truth, but no one's going to bet on R-Truth to really win something seriously.
yeah,
So it's like, but you don't feel that way about Chad because you know Chad's a little bit better. You even though you know there's a good chance he'll lose, but
yeah,
you feel better about him winning. And if he wins, you ain't gonna be mad that he won.
hell
You
yeah,
gonna be mad that he won. So it's like, all right, cool. But and some people are like that, where you gotta be able to move the crowd on that microphone, man. You gotta
Yeah,
be
man.
able to move the crowd on the mic. You gotta be able to do something other than just wrestle. And not to say that can't be enough, but you gotta be damn near be able to do everything. You gotta be able to do everything.
Big Boy says, I mean, Liv should get her a rematch, but not win. I don't.
What rematch? You know, showing you the rematch. What up, Clyde?
I was saying she's a tag team champion anyway.
Right, she the tag team champion. She don't need no rematch. Shit, she didn't have her opportunity. They lost. Oh yeah, they got Night of Champions too. But again, huh?
It's another pay per view this month.
It's in July.
Oh, okay. I thought it
Is
was
it
this month.
July or is it July or at the end of June? One or the other.
Man, I hope that shit July, bro. God damn, dude.
But
Shit.
I think that's in Saudi though.
Oh, that's the early show.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, we know about R-Truth, Carlito, and the Miz. Where you been at, Clive? Where you been at lately, man? You missing out, man. We didn't already talked about all that, man. We did all that yesterday, man. Where was you at, bro? You got a write-up coming, Clive. You got a write-up coming.
And you know what's crazy? We went a little long yesterday too. So yeah, no excuses.
Yeah, ain't no excuses. Ain't no excuses. But either than that, though, what's up, Clive? I'm glad to see you. Money in the Bank is this Saturday.
God damn, I don't know why I thought that was next Saturday. Jeez, man, bro, my shit is all off.
Worlds Collide will be at 3 p.m. And then after Worlds Collide go off, they're gonna do a pre-show, and then it's gonna be Money in the Bank. And then
Jeez. Yeah. We're gonna have to talk, man. We're gonna have to talk, but man, it's something, man. One of us just might have to link up, man. Fuck it.
Well, good boy, man. Look, I told you, man, we could just link. We can link up like this. Shit. Shows. Shit. Man. Shit. We ain't gotta do nothing too crazy. We got enough stuff to do. We got enough linking up to do over the summer. Trust me.
Man, bro. Yeah.
We got
but you know what?
We got 2-night SummerSlam coming up. So
don't even remind me of that shit. Oh my God.
Big Boy says Night of Champions is on the 28th of this month.
Nah, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know, it's crazy. And that's the last day of my vacation. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, that's when I go on vacation. That's when I go on mine. So we'll have that off.
Oh shit. That's funny. Oh, I hope I got off that.
You called off. You'll be coming back.
Huh?
You won't even. You'll be still be gone. The 28th.
I know. I need the 29th, bro.
You scheduled back on. Well, you ain't even scheduled back that night. You got to check first.
Yeah.
You better check first. You better make sure.
Oh shit. Oh man. Big Boy said, my goodness.
And the funny part is you coming off 2 weeks. And I need the 29th. Coming off 2 weeks. I need one more.
Hey, what DMX say? What these mother one for
need one more. Oh wow, man. 2-night SummerSlam is not necessary, Robert says. Hey, but that's what they feel like we need. We need a 2-night SummerSlam. Yeah. I'm just saying, man. I don't know, man. He's got to build up something, man. You can't just put people out there. Like you're gonna have to build some of these people. Like I don't know what's gonna happen after Money in the Bank, but you've got Money in the Bank, you got Night of Champions, and you got WrestleMania, SummerSlam. You got to do something. I mean, obviously, you're gonna keep booking every time AEW book a show, but I don't even know if that's helping you either. Shit, I don't know if that's really helping you out as much as you think it is. But hey, it is what it is. But
I'm about to say you low key pissing people off. People like, all right, hey, you know what it remind me of, bro. You know how you see like a bully picking on somebody that's just you just know, bro. Man, ain't this motherfucker defenseless? And then the people start to rally behind the guy that's getting bullied. That's how I feel like people are with AEW.
People starting to rally behind AEW. You're right,
bro.
Hell no. Oh shit!
I feel
like y'all still trash, but y'all they shouldn't be doing that to you.
hey, you know somebody getting their ass beat so bad, you just at this point you're like, man, this don't even make sense. Just stop. Just
Man,
stop.
just stop, man. Like, damn, like every time it's like, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, and I know people like, oh, but they want the competition. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
WWE already dominates most of the shit any damn way. So it's like, bro, competition, dude. They want the competition, but shit. At the same time, AEW ain't going out their way. That's the thing. Like, that's always been my thing. Like, they're not going out their way to do something with WWE and their stuff. They've
Right.
always scheduled away from WWE. Like, that's the whole thing. They've always scheduled away from them. Yeah, y'all might end up having a pay-per-view in the same month, but for the most part, AEW always scheduled different times. Now, this is like the fifth, this would be like the fourth or fifth time WWE then booked a pay-per-view the same weekend as AEW. Like, come on, man. And you're not just booking one show, you booking two shows. You booking two shows to run up against this one show. Like, man, and then you purposely just adding extra shit. So now we got Great American Bash going up against All In, and then we still got what the fuck? Then it's women. It's the women's pay-per-view that Sunday, but then there's supposed to be another pay-per-view later that day. It's like, man, y'all doing too much.
Too damn much. But you know what?
It is what it is.
The more they do, the more we got to come on here and talk about. So
Exactly. So keep doing what you do.
hey, we live for the petty,
Yeah, we live for the petty. We live for the petty. Oh, it's most definitely petty, but hey, we're here to talk about it. So thank you. Thank you for the pettiness.
Yes,
AEW is another story, man, but still, they got even Bubba Ray's like, yeah, this is the time to do it. People like, man, AEW, they got to do it. All in got to be it. Y'all got to go out and put on a banger. Just got to go just put on a banger, man. I ain't saying you got to go out there and put on a show that's going to instantly just make people just want to start watching you, but you got to go put on a show where it's like, damn, hey, they went over there and hey, they did that, y'all. Hey, y'all, hey, nah, y'all see, hey, nah, man, they did that shit. They did that.
because before I could be wrong. I could be getting my facts mixed up. Before they did Texas, weren't they supposed to be back over again? Over in London again. They couldn't sell it.
That's gonna be whatever pay-per-view they got coming up later after in the summertime.
Okay,
That's when they're
so
going. That's
they
when
are
they're going.
going back.
That's when that's when they're going. It's I want to say it's not. Is it Grand Slam? It's not Grand Slam. It's they substitute. Oh, all out. All out. I think all out London or some shit like that. I think all out or some, one of the
Okay.
one of the big pay-per-views is supposed to be going over there.
I ain't gonna lie, Grand Slam.
They brought All In because remember they brought All In to the States this year.
Yeah.
So he substituted something else out.
I like their big three, big four, big three.
They got about a big four. They got about a big four.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. To me, Grand Slam low key my favorite. Like, I don't think they had a bad Grand Slam yet.
Grand Slam, well, other than this year because they're going 4 hours. But
yeah.
other than this year, Grand Slam as a TV show has been like it's been good enough to where it's like, yeah, you can consider it a big show for them because that is a big show for them. Because they always turn out in the Wembley Stadium, at the Wembley Stadium. I mean, for AEW, you got Evolution, you got Double or Nothing, you got Forbidden Door, you got All Out, you got. I would say most definitely Full Gear. You got to add Full Gear. I think you can add Continental Classic, World's End. I think you can add that. It may be like a secondary. That may be secondary along with Wrestle Dream and a few others, but you most definitely got to count the first few that I said as their big shows. And Grand Slam is definitely one of their big shows.
Oh yeah.
It always has good matches, but again, we'll see. We'll see, man. When they got 7 weeks, to All In to get there, and WWE got 7 weeks to try to cock block as much as they can.
And you know they gonna do it. You know they about to have
No,
the
they gonna
internet.
do it. No, they
Hey,
gonna do it.
you know all kind of stories and scandals gonna get leaked, just like they Rock Nation in real life. You know.
Hey, hey, word is Mariah May gonna be getting ready to sign up, end up in WWE, which hey, it is what it is, man. I ain't even mad at it. Like, it's not even like, people are like, oh, look, TK couldn't even keep. Nah, again, y'all miss a little understanding the purpose of AEW. She got an opportunity to make her bigger name. TK
Mm-hmm.
offers her a deal. Hey, it's her right to negotiate. Shit. The same way it was for Jade. TK offered her a deal. She looked at it. She considered it. She looked at WWE deal. She offered it. She considered it. He came. She came back. He upped the deal. She offered it. She went back. They went back and forth.
Yeah.
They just happened. Hey, they said they offer more money. TK said, hey, I respect it. Thank you for your service. And it is what it is. Mariah May, what more can you say? She came in, she got to come up through with Tony Storm. She definitely became a name because of her.
Yeah.
And then she became her own name. She became AEW Women's World. You already world heavyweight champion at the age that you at. You coming in already a world champion, and you still got 10, 12 more years to dominate this thing. So why not? It is what it is, man. I keep telling y'all, man, WWE is the big leagues, period, man. Everybody wants to go to WWE. Who don't want to go to WWE?
Hey,
Everybody goes through all the other wrestling companies. Of course, they're going to end up in WWE, man. It is what it is.
because you know what they want? They want to point at that sign one time. That WrestleMania moment, baby.
Man,
Come
that's
on
it.
now.
That's
Come
it.
on now.
That's it, man. That's all it is, man. She did like Jay Carter. Exactly. Then Jay, I mean, that's how you do the business, but that's how the business works. I mean,
Yeah.
shit, we ain't surprised. Are there some people we would want to stay? Sure, but hey, that's how the business works, man. We're never sitting here trying to disregard the business. It's the business. It is what it is. But man, it's like, dude, she signs, she signs. Good luck. I hope we hope you can have as good as a run as you did in the AEW, because you had a good run. You was one of the top women there. So it's
Hey,
like, what can you do better here in WWE? If you on a bigger stage, you get that opportunity. Can you stand out from everybody else? We're gonna see.
what if she debut at Evolution?
That's fine. That's
That'd be
fine.
that. That'd be a
That's
nice little debut.
hell yeah. Debut at Revolution. Go ahead, do that. Do that. But what's gonna happen after that?
Man, have you seen her? I don't know. Shit. They gonna they gonna find something.
They gonna find something. They gonna find something. And then somebody gonna find their way to cater. Big Boy says, man, some WWE want to jump to TNA and AEW. Some people want
Yeah.
to jump to TNA because they can go right back to WWE. They ain't fooling nobody. Kenny Omega not the one to go to W. I don't think Kenny Omega never go. I'm not saying that he won't, but he may be okay with staying in AEW. But if he goes, I'm not mad if he goes. Man, go on over there, man. Show him what you all about. Take the Tinker Toes to the main event. I ain't mad at you. What's up,
Hey,
Bubba? What's up with it, Bubba?
we got Twinkle Toes McFinger Bang and night two of
All right,
a GOW
man.
extravaganza.
Going on WrestleMania. Hell yeah.
I ain't gonna lie though. I know Kenny up there in age. I will just in some alternate reality. I don't even need to see a match. I don't even need to see a match. But here's three entrances I just want to see just to see on the WrestleMania stage. I want to see Swerve in his current iteration. I want to see Osprey in his entrance because he come out with some crazy shit. And I need to see my boy Kenny one good time because he come out with some dope ass shit. He ain't got to wrestle. Just let me see the entrance, and then you can go.
Yeah, it would be something. It definitely would be something. He says keep Mariah away from Tiffany Stratton. I mean, maybe it'll help. Maybe it'll help. Who knows? But folks, other than that, man, we got a lot to
Yeah.
do this week. We still got to
Yeah.
come back Wednesday because we got to talk that Dynamite, because Dynamite's 4 hours. We still ain't figured out what time we coming on. So the best thing that I'm gonna tell y'all is to turn on the notifications, and I mean turn on all the notifications, because we just gonna come on. We gonna do a show, and yeah, we just gonna do what we do. We're gonna figure out a time. We'll send it out, and you'll know when we know. Shit. Shit. That's how that's gonna work. You'll know when we know.
Hey, what do you say, man? We're gonna have our people call y'all people, man.
Man, exactly, man. Exactly, man. Don't call us. We'll call you. We'll call you when we're ready. And then Thursday, man, we gonna hit some predictions, man. We're gonna do Worlds Collide. We're gonna do I know I'm gonna talk to my bro off air. We're gonna talk off air. But definitely Thursday, Money in the Bank predictions. Other than that, man, I am the king. He is the franchise. I meant to tell you, man, you forgot to do the 5-minute warning. To get
So
all the last stuff in.
I was gonna do it a little bit. I was gonna do it a little bit ago, but we got so wrapped into like our conversation. I said, "Oh shit."
Yeah, nah, it's all good. It's all good. But we gonna get out of here, man, because we got a lot to do this week. We got pay-per-view to get ready for Saturday, man. So come join the block party. Y'all know what it is. I'm the king, he the franchise. Hey, we appreciate y'all as always, and make it do what it do.
Yeah.